Eminem Recovery, right? This one has to be probably me third to fourth favorite album from Eminem, right? Um, Most albums I do buy if I like the artist the day they come out, like, so I'm gonna like stay like some of the reviews that I'm gonna be doing on music is gonna be like from old albums, like from albums that a lot of people might not have heard of and stuff like that. But unless you've been living under a rock or something like that and you're into hip hop and you haven't heard Recovery, Eminem Recovery, I'm gonna give this one a strong 9 out of 10. It's an absolute beast of an album. Um, One of my favorite albums. 100%. I love this album. I'm gonna do this again in two parts because I fucking talk a lot, and you know what I mean. It's just good to break down the album into two stages. I think I have like a hell of a lot of music. I've been collecting music since I think I bought my first hip hop album when I was about 13 or something like that. So you can imagine the amount of vinyls and CDs that we have to get through. But yeah, right. So this starts off with Cold Wind Blows. Cold Wind Blows is the opening track on this, and this came after Relapse. Relapse came, and there was supposed to be a Relapse too, but he didn't like the criticism that he was getting from Relapse, so he went on a different journey with this one and decided to do Recovery, which I'm gonna be honest with you, Relapse is one of my favorite albums as well from Eminem. Relapse I thought was an absolute masterpiece. Um, and then he didn't like the response to that, so he did Recovery. So Cold Wind Blows is the opening track. He just goes straight on into it. Couple of little disses in there, like especially I think he says in it about Mariah Carey. He's like, but take a look at Mariah the next time you inspire you to write a song. Where a lot of people don't know. So this is, like, I know a few of the younger generation that are listening to hip hop now, so they probably haven't been listening to stuff back in 2010, which is when this came out. So they wouldn't know the whole story of Eminem and Mariah Carey and all that crap. Most hip hop fans should, but in case you don't and you just like tuning in for the love of the music and stuff like that, he dated Mariah Carey years ago, and she ended up like denying that she ever dated him. The line "bitch, fruitcake" if you think that yuck. And he was sending a couple of digs to her on his albums, and she denied that she ever dated him, and he saying that she did. You know what I mean? What has he got to lie about that he dated her or he didn't date her? So on he was sending her a few little jabs throughout his career. So on the Relapse album, he has a song called Bagpipes from Baghdad where he slags her and Nick Cannon, right? And she then responded back to a track called Obsessed where she dresses up as Eminem and shit like that. Now, it was pretty funny. So on the Recovery album here in the first track, when he says, but take a look at Mariah the next time I inspire you to write a song, is because she's dressing up as him. So he's giving her the little jab back, but he also came out then with a song called The Warning. If you haven't heard that song, The Warning, um, that pretty much stopped all her stupidity, with our lies and all that kind of nonsense. So listen to the song The Warning. But anyway, that's that's how that particular little blow came in there anyway. Um, about halfway through this song, then God talks to him kind of like in a voice saying you have to change your ways and blah blah blah, otherwise he'll send you to hell. He doesn't listen, obviously he's set in his ways, and he just continues rapping and stuff like that. So it's like a fun opening track, and then if you listen, as I said to you in the last couple of them, you have to be listening with a good set of headphones. At the very start of this song in the Recovery album, if you have a good set of headphones, you can hear him in the background going, "Guess who's back? Guess who's back?" So it jumps in then to song number 2, "Talking to Myself." He's basically saying, thanks to everybody like for bearing with me over these past couple of years, because like everybody knows Eminem in 2004 after Encore had quite a lot of problems with fucking pills and shit like that. He nearly died then. His best mate got shot and all that kind of a thing, and he ended up having an overdose, and he wasn't doing shit for 5 years. He was still producing music and stuff like that, but he took a break from the spotlight of it. So this track, Talking to Myself, track 2, is basically him saying thank you for everybody being so patient with me while I figure everything out. Good track, really good track. It's shown when he had demons and stuff like that. That he was like, he was popping pills in the studio, thinking about going after Lil Wayne and Kanye West, and then he talked himself out of doing it and stuff like that because he reckons that either getting that alive. But I mean, there's no way Lil Wayne or Kanye West would beat Eminem. I like Lil Wayne's music and I like Kanye West's music, but there's not a rapper out there that Eminem can't beat. Periodly, Eminem is like my second favorite rapper of all time. Tupac is my first, but Eminem is my second. I'm gonna probably give it to Nas on the third one for me. Um, Eminem will just shred anybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, great track, Talking to Myself. Great tune off the album. Number 3, On Fire. It's a classic kind of a rap battle, 8 Mile kind of a song where he does 2 verses on it, basically showing off his fucking rap battling skills and stuff like that. Track 4, Won't Back Down, featuring Pink. Pink actually kills the hook on that track. Nobody could have done a better job than Pink on that. Classic kind of Eminem again, showing off his rap battle shit and stuff like that. Number 5, White Trash Party. Good little wordplay in there. There's a line in there he has, that hood is tighter than Kenny's. So he's talking about the hood in the streets, like it's like that hood is tighter than Kenny's, but also it's, if you look at South Park, that hood is tighter than Kenny's, the way Kenny wears a real tight hood. And this is one of the reasons why I started doing this, because I was telling loads of people about, like people that were really mad into hip hop and stuff. I was telling them about particular albums, and do you get the meaning of this, and you see the way the wordplay came in with this and the wordplay came with that, and he didn't. So I just decided to start showing off my music collection one day, and I started getting like people interested, and then I just started talking, like I love talking about like albums and hip hop and all. I love it, like. So this is why I started doing it and all, like as well, to be breaking down like little wordplay that might go over people's heads, like especially um like with that hood is tighter than Kenny's. You know what I mean? He's saying that hood is tighter than Kenny's, meaning the hood is tight, but also a reference in that hood is tighter than Kenny's out of South Park. Number 6, then it goes into Going Through Changes. It's a deep song. It's about him on pills, the loss of his friend, his best friend Proof that got shot. I actually seen D12 in 2004. So if any of my old mates are listening to this, or find me on this channel or anything like that, yeah, do you remember we went to in 2004 we went to the D12 show. Eminem wasn't there, but we went and stuff like that, and we were at the front row and all, and I got to actually shake Proof's hands and shit like that. That's crazy. But yeah, we were there, and Bizarre then came out and started like necking bottles of fucking lager or Heineken or Budweiser or something like that and all, but it was a deadly fucking concert. So that's a deep song. Going Through Changes, where he's talking about pills and the loss of his friend, and then Proof being shot. That's what brought me to Proof. Yeah, his mate Proof got shot. His best friend Proof that got shot, which is supposed to be your man that played the chap rapping. I can't think of the actor's name, but he was in 8 Mile, that kind of kept encouraging Eminem to go into rapping and stuff like that. So, Proof got shot dead in 2006. So on this song, Going Through Changes, I think it's in the third verse, he's saying, he called Proof, actually, I'll zoom it in there, there he is, big Proof there. That's him in the black and white. So in the third verse, he's saying, they call him Duty, right? So he's like, it ain't like duty to just whip out and start shooting, which is what they were saying he did and all. So he shot someone and then he got shot dead himself. So in the song Going Through Changes is like talking about he's taking pills. He's dealing with the loss of his best friend. Uh, then Eminem overdoses. He nearly dies, and in the fourth verse, he's basically saying when he comes back, he's gonna get a grip of himself and all. Um, and basically changing like that. He's not going to be the same. Like when he comes back, he's going to be bulletproof, which is what he did with the Recovery album here. And stuff like that. And then even Kim, he's talking about like saying that him and Kim have never been seen eye to eye, but he's saying that he's not a saint either. But like sometimes in them fucked up toxic relationships, I've been in a couple of them with women myself. It's like it's a pattern that goes, you're together, you're not together, you're together, you're not together, you're together, you're not together. Comes a time and place when you just kind of have to go, look, I'm done with this particular chapter and walk the fuck away. You know what I mean? Which is what he did. In fact, when I first heard this track in 2010, it was in my head going, he'll be back with her. But he hasn't since 2010. He stuck to his word and moved the fuck on to a point where everybody is saying that, like, he's saying, like, even his friends don't understand him and stuff like that, that he's done with everything, drugs, everything and shit like that. Madness, you know what I mean? Jumping into track 7, Not Afraid, is an absolute banger. Everybody heard that track, even people that aren't Eminem fans would have heard Not Afraid on the radio and stuff like that. But he's basically offering a helping hand to those in need of like addiction, those who have like that are addicted to something. Because in my opinion, everybody is addicted to something. You know what I mean? But it's a hand to people in a dark place where they're trying to get out of a dark place, but they feel trapped. So it's a song about helping people that are in need. And third verse then is kicking in where he's basically like sick of just the same shit that you know what I mean. He can't keep living his whole life like in this pattern. So in the third verse he breaks out. The video is pretty cool. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Not Afraid. In the third verse, he breaks through a wall, getting out of the dark into the light. And you know, this whole album, Recovery, actually, I relate to artists that are going through similar struggles because although people are famous and are huge and have they're rich and all that kind of thing, they're human beings at the end of the day too. They all go through that shit, and I have I've gone through dark places in my own life, and if I was to give anybody advice, I would say that training is great for mental health problems. You know what I mean? As my channel goes on, I'll definitely get a bit deeper about who I am and stuff like that. But right now, we're going to keep it to the hip hop music. But that track, Not Afraid, to anybody like in a dark place, that one is for you. Jumping in then to track 8 is Seduction. I actually, it's a track for like fucking. It's kind of a track that they throw on there, that he throws on there for the women and stuff like that. But in fairness, it is a great fucking track. It's a solid track. And then we'll leave it at this because I'm talking here now 13 minutes, and you know what I mean? You don't want me talking more than 13 minutes like on the review of an album. Otherwise, I'll just stay here talking for ages. But anyway, I'll zoom in there. Look, there's Big Proof. Big Proof Forever, 1973, and he died in 2006. So yeah, I'm doing this as well for the younger audience. Like, not to knock any younger rap artists out there now, but come on, like, what the fuck do you be listening to? Seriously, like the Cashy 6ix9ine, that little rat, after ratting everybody out and all, and then you know what I mean. What's this new fella's name? Dave Blunt or something like that. I can't put down the cup. 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 And this shit is at the go #1. This fucking song, I can't put down the cup. I just can't listen to artists that just talk nonsense. I like artists that have gone through things and come out the other side of it. Like, I like an artist that's able to tell a story through their music, through a song, almost like looking at a movie on a DVD or something like that. I can't deal with the generation of the new rapper today. I really can't. I did like Juice World. Juice World I thought was pretty fucking deadly. But God bless him, he overdosed Juice World. And then there's a couple of very few younger rappers, like Young M.A. is good. I like her. Um, and a lot of people probably don't know of an artist called Yellow Wolf. He's pretty good. He kind of does hip hop country music. If you like Jelly Roll and shit like that, definitely check out Yellow Wolf. Anyway, but that's the part one of the Eminem Recovery review. It's a 9 out of 10 album. To the youngsters out there, if you haven't listened to Eminem Recovery, have a listen to it. Like it's like I find myself with Rap It Today. It's like it's just they're just talking a load of nonsense. You know what I mean? There's no really lyrics in there. There's no really gripping stories and shit like that, and what people can do with hip hop and stuff like that. Like goats like Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay Z. Uh, you know, artists like that are never gonna come again. But right, I'm out of here, and I will catch you on part two of this video during the week. Peace.